My name is Dr. David Smith. I've lived in this neighborhood since 1960, and I'm the founder of the Haight Ashbury Free Clinic. I started living up on Frederick Street across from Kezar Stadium when I was a medical student. And when I was a medical student, I was also in graduate school in pharmacology and toxicology and was studying the effects of LSD and amphetamine.
What was going on in the neighborhood? You've been living here for all this time,
yeah,
and you've been watching it change.
Oh, it was just population explosion. Down here in the Panhandle, they had the Grateful Dead and all the bands and all the LSD, and you know, further, and Ken Kesey parked his bus down there, and Hippie Hill and Timothy Leary. Wall-to-wall people, the street was jammed. We couldn't even walk down the sidewalk.
It was a one-way street, right?
Oh yeah.
The place changed really rapidly.
Really rapidly. So it was just this consciousness explosion that impacted on everybody, including me. There was this belief that doors of perception. You had to take the psychedelic drugs to cross into the doors of perception. So I took it up in Lake Tahoe, and it was absolutely the most incredibly powerful spiritual experience of my life, and changed my life. Went from academician aimed for professional and financial success to practice medicine for 24 hours a day without malpractice insurance. You know, this was not my career path. And then we started seeing all these bad trips. We were saying, well, you know, some of these people are freaking out. Nobody wanted to see the dark side of drugs. And so we started the Haight Ashbury Free Clinic. We first went to the city, and then the city said, well, you can't have a clinic for hippies. So this was an old dentist's office, and it was licensed properly. And I said, well, the city won't let us do it. We started feeling ourselves as outlaws. Civil rights, doctors trying to take care of the poor. Police were against us, government was against us, so we had to do it on our own. Up here we would talk down bad LSD trips and deal with acute medical problems. We were operating 24 hours a day. It's about 100 volunteers. There was a line around the street of people that found out about the clinic because we were the community's clinic. Free didn't mean just free at the point of delivery of care. It meant free from judgments, free from discrimination. Then there was no discrimination against addicts. Addiction is a disease. We got non-judgmental health care. Well, that was all very new then. So I think it's very important to emphasize that free was a philosophical concept that came out of this community.